How's it going, flippers? It's Marcel here. Sorry for my bad sound quality again. I'm still at home. I'm still on a getaway, and I only brought my laptop with me, so I don't have a studio microphone with me. But it is what it is. I can record the videos with this sound quality now. As soon as I will get home later this week, I will have the usual sound quality from that date. So yeah. Anyways, let's just make this video and let me just break down the trade I took today on GBP USD. It was a pair short trade. I closed 50% of my whole position, whole lot size at 5 risk-reward ratio. So let me just break down everything. It was on London session because me and Robbie swapped these sessions today. So I traded London and he will trade New York. So yeah, let's just begin. So what has happened here on GBP USD? Price recently mitigated a 4-hour region right here, but this mitigation was only a top region mitigation for like 5%. But as we already know, GBP USD tends to mitigate only the high percentage of the areas and tends not to mitigate 50% of the higher time frame zones. And this is the case here also because GBP USD just mitigated the 4-hour zone at like 5%. And right after mitigation, it just reversed in a V-shaped rejection and created a change of character structure or a change of character here to the upside. So basically, we had two change of characters. First one was here. This is just a simple supply change of character, or we can even mark this one. This was a simple supply change of character, which is also a change of character, but price even changed the character on the structural high point because, this is how the structure looks like. Price is coming down, coming up, creating a structural high, creating a break of structure, creating a structural movement to the downside. So yeah, price change character on the supply on the structural high point too. And this is where the trade idea came into place. So let me just extend these areas. The change of character has started from this movement, right? The real direct change of character, the real structural change of character has been caused by this movement to the upside. First, on the 50-minute time frame, for myself, I marked out this small candle, small doji candle right here as the 50-minute demand region, but later I just modified it to this candle, and it was all because of the 50-minute time frame. All because of the 5-minute time frame. On the 5-minute time frame, you will see that it will perfectly make sense that why did I use this 50-minute candle instead of the candle below that one. Basically, here on the 50-minute time frame, you can also see that the real nice volume candle, this one, has been caused from this candle and not from this one. Of course, this is a volume candle too, but the real nice volume has been caused by this 50-minute candle. But in itself, it wasn't enough for me to modify the 50-minute area to this candle instead of this one. The 5-minute time frame was the one that made me modify that area. So here's that movement. Here's that movement, and as you can see, this was the whole 50-minute area, right? And on the 5-minute time frame, you can clearly refine that area to a decisional and to an extreme area. So there was the extreme 5-minute. It's still inside of the 50-minute zone. The 50-minute zone, the original candle was down here. But here on the 50-minute, on the 5-minute time frame, both of the 5-minute areas are inside of this refined 50-minute candle, right? And if you take a closer look, you will see that this huge volume on the 5-minute time frame has been started from this candle. So technically, this is the right area to choose as a 5-minute refinement, which basically lets me refine the 50-minute candle for this candle also. But without refining the 50-minute time frame, I could also just simply let me just modify. I could just also simply leave this 50-minute candle the way it was and was just simply switching to the 5-minute time frame and mark out this 5-minute candle as a new separate 5-minute demand candle. So this is how this is how our trading plan works, right? We are marking out 50-minute and 5-minute areas that were leading to breakout structures, change of characters, or opposite-sided zone breaks. So ignoring the fact that this was the 50-minute zone that has started the over volume and over inefficiency, this was a decisional 5-minute area that has directly caused the change of character here to the upside with and from this 5-minute candle. So basically, it didn't really matter if I marked out this as the 50-minute candle and marked out this 5-minute as a separate zone that has caused the direct change of character on the 5-minute time frame, or I just refine the 50-minute candle for this 50-minute candle and mark the 5-minute refinement inside of it. It actually makes no difference at all because we can count these as two separate areas or just one area at all. Once again, it's all because this is how our trading plan works and looks like. We are marking out 50-minute and 5-minute areas that were leading to a change of character, break of structure, or opposite side zone break. And if I take a look at the 15-minute time frame, this was the extreme 15-minute candle. And if I switch down to the 5-minute time frame, this was the 5-minute decisional candle that has caused and started this real nice inefficiency and volume to the upside that directly broke about the structural high point here and changed the character also here. So yeah, after this one, basically I was just analyzing the chart, and I took this trade exactly at London Open at 9 a.m. It was exact at the London Open, London Killzone Open. And when I was analyzing the chart, I just saw this opportunity. So here at this region, and of course, sorry, the second reason I just used this candle as the refinement and separately marked out this 5-minute candle because the price action has already happened. The footprint was already shown. I saw when I was analyzing the chart, I saw that price has already reacted here on something and just looked the cause of the reaction. I just noticed this really nice 5-minute candle that directly caused this push, that caused the change of character. I already saw the footprint that price also already reacted here and changed character on the 5-minute time frame, even to the upside. So why wouldn't I mark it out when I saw an insane reaction? So yeah, at this time I was analyzing the chart, and I switched down to the 1-minute time frame. You know, I was making the markups, I was planning to send the markups. And the 1-minute time frame, when I analyzed the 1-minute time frame, I just saw that price, you know, reacted on this 5-minute candle, mitigated to 50% on this region. Let me just mark out the gambucks. You can see that it was a perfect, exact 50% mitigation, mitigated to 50%. And when I was analyzing the chart, sorry, price just created a change of character on the flip to the upside. So here was the less recent 1-minute supply candle that has caused the break of this low point and mitigated this 5-minute demand. And when I was analyzing the chart at the exact time, price flipped this candle, leaving an entry opportunity behind. Actually, I marked out 2 candles here. I will explain which one did I choose and why did I choose. Basically, there was an extreme zone down here that has started this nice volume to the upside, and there was these 2 decisional-like candles. So which one did I choose and why did I choose? Actually, I opened an order on this one. So let me just explain that why did I open an order on this one? Basically, because price, when I analyze the chart, London session wasn't open yet. And this time, London session wasn't open yet. And 1 minute before the London session opened, price just blew through this first candle, which actually made it invalid to me. And right at the next candle, at this point, price didn't mitigate. It mitigated this candle at this exact candle. And this time, I did set a limit order again here, and the next candle exactly tagged me in because the next candle just created this insane rejection and reaction on this decisional candle. And of course, I did set double limit order. I did use a risk split entry. I did set a limit order here on the extreme also. And basically, this is the idea behind this trade. I was targeting this supply up here that I just showed you in the markups. I was targeting this supply. You know, I did set a limit order here on this candle and on this candle. The reason I didn't use this candle above the candle below. Sorry. So the reason I didn't use this candle is because it has been already mitigated and has been already blew through just before the London Killzone open. But actually, sorry, I just used 2.5 pip stop loss. Yeah. But actually, if you would have used this candle as your entry, then still price would have kept you in with the stop loss size. So it doesn't really matter which one you use. Anyways, it kept you in. So yeah, and the reason we could use these candles because, you know, lunchtime zones before London session open doesn't exist anymore. So it was an old rule. There's already an update and upgrade about this rule in the educational topic video section on Discord, that we don't use the Frankfurt zones anymore as lunchtime areas. You can trust the Frankfurt zones. The reason we can trust these zones, you know, Frankfurt areas are the ones that has been created 1 hour in the 1 hour time window before London session open. So every single zone that has been created from this candle back to this candle are the Frankfurt zones. So all of these zones are Frankfurt areas. And in the past, like 1.5 years ago, we used these areas just like we used the pre-New York session areas, the lunchtime areas. But like half a year ago, I just made an update that we are not using these areas, these pre-London areas as lunchtime zones anymore, because I backtested the hell out of them, and these are working, and these are not fake areas. So yeah, basically that's why we could use these areas, and that's why I could use these areas. I just simply use the pre-split order, where I use this decisional and the extreme as my order limits. I use 0.5% here, use 0.5% here, split the risk, and this decisional tagged me in. I took partials. I took partials at 5 risk for ratio. Exactly at this point, I just took my partials. Sorry, let me just find the exact level. So at this level, I just took my partials. The reason I took the partials here and not at 50% of the whole position size is because the 50% of the whole position size was 3.5 risk for ratio, and it was too small for me to take partials. It wasn't really worth for me to take partials because, you know, I didn't really see that much of a profit right there that I would happily take. I waited a bit longer to take that partial, and 5 risk for ratio was a comfortable place for me to take partials. I would have removed the whole position and the full TP at 1:7 risk for ratio. Sorry. And yeah, basically that's it. I just booked here 5 risk for ratio partial, 5 error, 50% partial, and basically that's it. That's all about this trade. At this moment, I just decided to break even because news release were about to release at 9:15 a.m. here. Price took my partial points perfectly. Then at the news release, it just took me at break even. Actually, there was a small slippage for me because it wasn't exactly break even. I believe it took me out somewhere around here in a really small loss, so it didn't really matter, but I experienced a small slippage there, which has never happened before to me on IC markets, but now I know that I can experience slippage on IC markets too, so I will just keep this in my mind. And yeah, basically that's it. That's it. Of course, I deleted my extreme order because news has been released, and yeah, basically that's all about this trade. Simple, really easy plan, really easy trade. Let me just count the criteria quickly because someone asked me to count the criteria. Basically, there was higher time frame zone mitigation, which was a 5-minute zone mitigation. First criteria. Second criteria was inefficiency started from this both of the areas. Second criteria. Third criteria, liquidation. Perfect double the balance has been swapped into the 5-minute zone. Fourth criteria, pro trend, pro order flow. 4 hour is extremely bullish, you know, daily is still extremely bullish. 15-minute just change a character, 1 minute just change a character, so it was a pro trend pro order flow without any argument. Fifth was a flip. 6 was a 5-minute zone, 50% mitigation here. 7th one was a V-shape rejection, price was coming down, and V-shapedly rejected on this 5-minute area. 8th one was the liquidity to target. Just look at this liquid line, perfect liquidity line to target, right? So this was the 8th one. 9th one, price wasn't coming from unmitigated opposite sided higher time frame zone at this point. So that is the 9th one. And the 10th one was the strong pro corrective pullback. And the reason I use the strong pro and corrective pullback criteria is because just take a look at how strong the bullish movements are and how corrective the bearish movements are. So huge movement to the upside on the bullish side, corrective, really corrective pullback with a short pullback. Huge impulsive movement to the upside, really corrective pullback down to this 5-minute region. A really impulsive pro movement to the upside, breaking the structure, corrective pullback here also. So that's why I use this criteria, and that's why this trade had 10 criteria in total, which made me open this trade. So that's all about this trade. Took a 5 risk ratio, 50% partial. These partials are just working perfectly good for me. You know, in the past, we just used the trading stop loss. In many situations, the trading stop loss didn't really work. That's why I implemented the partial taking in the trading plan. And with this partial taking, I'm taking much more money home at the end of the month. At the end of every single month, I'm taking much more money home with this partial taking system. So yeah, that's it all about this trade.